Hey, good morning, everybody. Today is Wednesday, January 6th, 2016. My name is Cliff Backus, and this is your PushButtonStockTrading.com daily video market review. Much of what we do at Push Button Stock Trading is based in part or in full on William O'Neill's classic book, How to Make Money in Stocks. O'Neill utilizes the acronym CAN-SLIM to identify the important elements of what he's looking for in a trade. The S in CAN-SLIM stands for supply and demand and reminds us that we want to favor stocks that have an average daily volume of at least 500,000 shares and trade at least 140% of their average daily volume on the day that they break out. The L in CAN-SLIM stands for leader or laggard. It's important that we identify where the leadership in the market is. To that end, we use HGSI, High Growth Stock Investors, Spectrum Analyzer to identify market leadership on a daily basis. So let's get started with that. Yesterday, of the top 100 most powerful stocks in the most powerful industry groups, a whopping 30 were from the real estate investment trust industry, including Store Capital, which is in our universal watch list. 6 came from integrated utilities, 6 from special apparel, 5 from mass merchants, and rounding out the top 5, we have healthcare supply chain and managed care, with 4 stocks in the top 100 each. Let's start today by taking a look at the Nasdaq Composite. But before we do that, the M in the CAN-SLIM acronym stands for market, and to my way of thinking is the most important element. So let's take a brief look at the market. According to our market timing model, we're on a sell signal. A sell signal indicates that we should be off margin and aggressive traders can sell short. We should sell any long position that if sold at current stop levels would result in a loss. All stops should be at their tightest levels on all positions. Conservative traders may want to hedge their portfolios with contra ETFs, exchange-traded funds. This is an incredibly volatile market environment. A sell signal indicates that we can short positions, but I personally wouldn't want to be short or margined right now. Tuesday, the New York Stock Exchange advancing issues bettered decliners by nearly 3-2. New lows continued to easily outperform new highs, and according to our Ramosi ratio, large capitalization stocks bettered small yesterday and continue to outperform on a 10-day moving average basis. Small caps typically outperform in bull markets. Okay, the Nasdaq Composite yesterday was down 11.66 points, or just under 0.25%. We closed at 48.91, but importantly, we failed at this level of support resistance in the 4,900 area. This actually is acting as resistance right now. It has been support. Notice how we closed below that level. That's a concern for the bulls. Trading volume yesterday was below the prior day. For you followers of William O'Neill, we are currently in a market in correction. We have been since yesterday, January 5th. Right now, the Nasdaq Composite is bracketed by support down here in the 4,900 area and resistance up here in the 5164 range. Our market timing model is indicating a sell signal on the Nasdaq Composite. Let's see what the S&P 500 is up to. The S&P yesterday was up 4.05 points, or 0.2%. We closed at 2016.71. Trading volume was below the prior day. The S&P is in a correction, has been since January 4th. Right now, the S&P is bracketed by support down here in the 1993 area and resistance way up here at its prior high in the 2134 range. But we are in this down channel. We're in a short-term downtrend on the S&P, and that downtrend is bracketed by this channel. This bottom channel line should act as support for the S&P 500. Right now, the S&P, according to our market timing model, is on a sell signal. The sell signal indicates that we should be off of margin and aggressive traders can sell short. We should sell any long position that, if sold at current stop levels, would result in a loss. All stops should be at their tightest levels on all positions. Conservative traders may want to hedge their portfolios with contra ETFs. Let's take a look at a couple of stocks. First stock I want to talk about is PayPal Holdings. PayPal provides digital and mobile payment on behalf of consumers and merchants worldwide. We bought the stock on December 16th on the break above this downward trend line. We paid $35.20 a share for it on the breakout, and you can see that it really kind of struggled. On Monday, PayPal closed below its 21-day exponential moving average. When the stock closes below its 21-day exponential moving average and is in a loss position, we set a stop at the low of the day that it closed below the 21-day exponential. That was $34.28. Yesterday, PayPal undercut that $34.28 level and so was sold out of the portfolio. We took a 2.6% loss on the position. Keep in mind, when we buy a stock, we enter an immediate 7% stop loss on the position. If the stock trades below that 7% stop loss, we are out of it and we're preserving capital. However, our primary objective as traders is not to make money, it's to not lose money. We want to preserve our capital. If we preserve our capital, the profits will take care of themselves. So, we have this stop loss below the 21-day exponential moving average that gets us out at a little bit higher price than the 7% stop loss would have, and we preserve capital. Next, I want to take a look at Smith & Wesson Holdings. We talked about Smith & Wesson yesterday, setting up this square box base. Yesterday we had a buyable gap in Smith & Wesson Holdings, and so we were able to buy the stock yesterday on the highest volume the stock has ever traded. Note the accumulation in Smith & Wesson over here. Our market timing model is currently on a sell rating. I don't recommend buying stocks when we're on a sell signal. However, yesterday we did buy Smith & Wesson based on the heavy volume and the upside gap. We bought only a quarter of a position. This is a very dangerous trade right here. Be careful. That's about all I have for today. If you want to talk about any of the stocks mentioned today or any of our market strategies, please feel free to give me a call. Drop me an email or make an appointment. Come by the office, see what we're up to. Contact information is on the home page. Please take a minute to go to our subscription page and subscribe to Push Button Stock Trading. You can also follow us on Twitter at PushButtonStock. Again, my name is Cliff Backus. That's your daily video market review. Have a safe and profitable day. Keep your stops in place, and I will see you again tomorrow. Please stay tuned for our important disclaimers. All the best. Disclaimers. Push Button Stock Trading Video Market Review is produced and edited by Clifford B. Backus. Mr. Backus is a Senior Vice President of Investments, Technical Analyst, Portfolio Manager, and Partner with the investment firm of Ohanneson Liqueurs Incorporated. Video Market Review is produced solely for the benefit of our clients, friends, and colleagues. Anything written, stolen, and/or plagiarized in this publication is done without malice. Further, the analysis and opinions expressed in this publication are strictly those of the editor and not of Ohanneson Liqueurs Incorporated, its affiliates, subsidiaries, or any of the officers or employees of Ohanneson Liqueurs, Inc. On that note, we submit the following. The analysis, calculations, and evaluations presented herein are based on data and assumptions Ohannes & LaCours Incorporated believes to be accurate. Ohannes & LaCours Incorporated makes no representation that such analysis or calculations are accurate, or that such valuations represent levels at which actual trades may occur. This report has been prepared from original sources, except where otherwise noted, and data we believe to be reliable. Ohannes & LaCours Inc., its affiliates and subsidiaries, and/or their officers and employees or their families may from time to time acquire, hold, or sell a position in the securities mentioned herein. Moreover, opinions may differ from one entity to the next. If we are used in connection with the purchase or sale of any security discussed in this report, we may act as principal for our own account or as agent for both the buyer and the seller. Push-button stock trading is dedicated to the education of friends, clients, and paid subscribers. Push-button stock trading is an information service only. The information provided herein is not to be construed as an offer to buy or sell stocks of any kind. Push-button stock trading is created to aid subscribers in making informed investment decisions based wholly or in part on technical analysis. It's possible that at this time or some subsequent date, the editors of push-button stock trading may own, buy, or sell the investments presented. All investors should consult a qualified professional before making any investment. The information provided has been obtained from sources deemed to be reliable, but it is not guaranteed as to the accuracy or completeness. The editors of push-button stock trading make every effort to provide timely information to subscribers, but cannot guarantee specific delivery times due to factors beyond our control.